I'm Nirali Dagli, Principal CPS Ghatlodia. Today I'm going to talk about nurturing talent. Uh, when I say nurturing talent, I mean in the context here with Visamo Kids, and because my association with Visamo Kids Foundation has been very, very long since I would say my DPS days, and the kind of talent I have seen coming through Visamo Kids Foundation is something that has really given us a very good foundation that any child is born with some kind of talent. We just need to nurture it out. I've often heard Sudeshna ma'am saying that Asha Ben used to tell her that even if a child is not good in studies or something, nothing to worry. Focus on their area of strength, and studies or everything will fall in place. And I completely believe this because I have been associated with Visamo kids in very different ways. That their kids have been a part of our school, of Calrex Public School, Ghatlodia. I have been a teacher to two of the Visamo kids. Gaurav and Nisha, when I was a teacher with DPS long, long back, now they are into their graduation last year's Gaurav and Nisha, and at that same time, I have seen a good amount of examples of wonderful talents that have been passing out through Visamo. Nowhere there can be 100% success rate, but I would say that even one child showing out their talent and moving out in the open world to show their talent, just because they are a little bit of underprivileged, it doesn't mean that they cannot be talented. So this is the kind of thing which it's very close to my heart, that every child is born with a special talent. We just need to nurture it out. I'll just share one example here. Since last 2 years, Visamo Kids Foundation has been participating in CalFest at Calrex Public School as a separate team. The kids do not come to us as participants from various schools where they are studying, but when we had a Calfest and we sent invite to Visamo, Sudeshna ma'am said that but their schools have not are not participating. The kids are not getting a chance. What to do? Just before 2 days of Calfest, they registered as a separate team. We said it's fine. You're most welcome. Come as a separate team. Your team's name is Visamo team. That's okay. And to everybody's surprise, there was not a single category where they had not won a medal or a trophy or a merit. So, and that has been my observation since last 2 years in Calfest. In every time they are there on the stage to pick up their trophies and medals, it gives us immense pleasure that the kids they have shown their talent, even if they have come in under the banner of Vasamo. They could have come through their own schools also, but they came with that banner. And usual it has happened that they have been registering at the last moment, waiting for their own schools to register, and somehow not being able to come through that, and then they come. So then we decided, along with Sudeshna ma'am, that what we will do is every year we will have a separate team coming from somewhere, and that has been a wonderful, I guess, decision, not only for Calfest or anything, but for literary and non-literary all activities. I have observed the kids doing giving up their excellent ways that they have shown their talents. There are n number of examples which I'll be sharing you, which have been out of Asamo, and still they have shown their talent very well. Because I as an educator personally feel that we can always motivate our kids, our students, our own kids, or maybe the people who are associated with us. that they can always do better in some or the other field which they love. Every child is good in something or the other. We just need to have to find that spark where they are wonderful at, what they are comfortable with, and then we have to keep nurturing it. Um, so, as the schools also, we believe that we give exposure to the kids. So, what is this co-curricular activity actually in schools for? So, in schools also, we give this co-curricular activities so that the child gets exposed to a lot of different kinds of things that he or she can try and find out that which I'm good at. For example, the kids are given a option of chess, of table tennis, lawn tennis, cricket, or maybe a debate competition or a poetry writing competition. Everybody may not be good at it, but there will be out of our entire lot, we always find 1, 2, 3, 10%, 20% are wonderful at it. Now picking up those selected ones in those kind of activities, and we allow them to grow further, we allow them to get more developed into that, and it helps them to nurture their talent into their successful careers. And this is what I have also seen in many of the students at Vasam. The there are kids who have become choreographers from Visa, who have been wonderful at dancing. There were kids who were dyslexic, found a lot of difficulty in normal studies, but they were good at many other activities. So the talent over there was nurtured, and they developed in themselves into their careers so successfully that they have some of them are having their own fitness class. Some child has joined into NID. I don't want to name any kid or tag any kids that this is good and this is not good, because each child has shown their mettle there. There are kids who have gone into their masters, and as we all know that the kids who are coming to school, they have a kind of background at home where they are given an opportunity to explore various activities, various kind of things where they would like to work for. But the same thing is happening at Visamo, which is a great thing, I would say. And that makes me more uh, closer to Visamo, because I feel the kind of nurturing of talent that is happening at Visamo is much more important than any other place, because here the kids have come along across various small urban and suburban or rural areas, and they have come away from their families. They are here for years. um, Maybe if they would have been with their families, they would not have got this opportunity at all, though they have the entire talent in them. So, uh, giving them these opportunities have given me also good pleasure whenever there has been a possibility to provide such platforms. Uh, Whether it may be MUN, I still remember that when there was an opportunity for the kids, I got an opportunity from once from Times of India that you can send 10 of your kids for an MUN. So I just thought that if I would have to send the 6, 10 kids from my school, yeah, it was easy. That was my kids would have been easily going for it. I quickly just checked with Sudeshna ma'am, explained what is MUN and why the kids should be a part of it, and trust me, they did a wonderful job. Though it was the first time for them, researching for the entire MUN process, getting through the process, doing all those things was not that easy. But none of the kid had backed off, nor did their mentors, and they were doing wonderful job in that MUN. I guess it was a great experience for them too. Similarly, not only Calfest, but whenever there is some kind of competition, or not a competition, a normal stage show, uh, the Vasamu kids have come and be our participants as a part like our family, and they have given their wonderfully best. So I feel that giving out, coming up with their own talents, we have played only one small role, is to show them a light, and then that spark has grown into a huge big bulb, a flame, where they have got into their own careers. I have often heard Sudeshna ma'am discussing that my so and so child from Vasamu has become a basketball coach in his own school, or maybe the one girl who was so passionate to go for Tata Institute of Social Sciences, and with the good mentorship and good guidance from there, she has finally reached there, and she has completed her masters in social work, which is a huge thing. So I feel that nurturing this talent is something that is giving us a completely clear picture that no child is born without a talent. Every child has got something or the other. And I really love this statement which Asha Ben has been giving there always, that focus on their area of strength, and everything would fall in place. Even if the child may take some time to clear, maybe a board year, class 10 or class 9 or something. But if the child, and that same child is good in dancing, why not put the child for a good dancing classes or something, and the child will develop. And that example we have also seen there, that the child who was found finding very difficult to study, maybe a dyslexic child, and then wanted to become a school dropout, so the child was enrolled in a dance class, and in that dance class the child got so well developed because the child had a passion for dance. And then that girl started getting assignments as choreographer, and she is a now well-known choreographer. So I would say there is nothing more than this. And then slowly she completed her boards. So basically my discussion about this is that getting good grades in their boards or in any of the classes is not only going to help the children. The children needs to look at their own talents. They have to identify, their parents have to help them identify, and this will help them develop into a career growth, or a growth path further, where they are able to do the what they like. We all have heard very well about the movie Three Idiots, and everybody knows that a lot has been talked in about it. That people should do what they like, but at that same time, we also have seen the uh, behind the scene, what was the story for each child there, and that their parents had different aspirations for them, and that was the reason they were not able to nurture their own talents. So my request to even the parents, even here in Visamo, that there are foster parents, but the kids who are with us, with the parents, it is also equally important for us as parents that we are able to nurture the talent that we see in our kids. If I also share one very nice, I would say it's a funny incident, that when my child was very small, as a mother, we are always very enthusiastic that my child should learn this also and that also. Everything we just want to do. And similarly, even when I was like a fresh mother and a young child, even I wanted to do that. So I used to send my child for a dance class, sometimes for a painting class, or even I would love to do those things with the child. So in that case, one fine day, my child must be around 4 or 5 years old. Till then, the poor child followed everything that was told by the parents. Uh, then one fine day he said, I don't want to go for my dance class. I said, okay, no problem, but can you tell me? I was actually scared that maybe there was some problem there. He said, no, I don't like to dance at all. So then I realized that, okay, So he has started understanding that what he likes and what he doesn't like. And till today, now he's even more than a teenager, he doesn't like to dance. So maybe he could identify his own strength or weakness, that what he likes, he does not like. At that same age, he started learning chess also, and he never told me no for a chess session, or maybe playing chess with somebody. He never said no for it, even today. So this gives us an idea that okay, the child has an affinity for certain thing. Now it is my duty as a parent that I help the child nurture that talent. I give that opportunity to the child to do that, what he has actually a liking for, an affinity for, and if we look into that, I'm sure that the child will love to do it, and as a result of it, the child will grow more and more into that field. And he will be a wonderful chess player. If the child would have loved dancing, the child would have been a wonderful dancer today. But it is actually very important for parents, as it's that we understand that what the child likes, what are the strengths, and we allow them to grow in that field. Because in Visamo also I observed that their kids are given opportunity to explore various fields. And uh, and the best part is, the even though there are foster parents, they have taken ultimate care that the child is able to get into the strengths and not get forced for their weaker areas. So I think if they can do, we as parents can also do the same thing. We also can do that for our own children and for the children whom we are associated with as educators. When I heard about the two kids whom I used to teach in class 3 and 4, Gaurav and Nisha, and they are in their final year of their college. One of them doing physiotherapy, another doing a BCA. I can share that how immense pleasure it gives me. Those kids, when they were very small, I have seen them and their aspirations to grow up into good, successful elders, adolescents, and their dreams. Uh, when I came to know through Sudeshna ma'am that they are doing this all, I was extremely happy that these kids have been able to live their dream. Their talents are nurtured so well that today, though, see, irrespective of the background they come from, I do not want to bring the kind of background they are from or not, because that I feel once they are into the um, home of Vasamo, they are into under the shelter of Vasamo. For us, the background from where they come makes no difference. For us, they are our kids there, and I've seen the kind of care and nurturing of their talent that is happening there, and that has given me a more boost up, that as an educator I have to take more responsibility. If they are taking this responsibility of nurturing the talent of the kids whom they have, who come from various backgrounds, maybe a background where the kids may not have got correct exposure to the languages or the correct accent of the language at times, or any kind of support from parents, but still those kids are able to manage the and get into the very good careers, into very they are into successful um, uh, professions. Why not our kids also, whom we are educating? It may be as a parent, as a mother, or maybe as an educator. I may talk here even as a principal of a school, that the kids who are with us, it is very important that we also provide them that kind of platform where they are able to explore their strengths. So it is equally important that the child gets an equal uh, chance to participate in academic and non-academic both the activities. I often hear from parents that the child cannot participate in certain co-curricular activities or non-academic activities because he may lose that many hours of studies, or maybe losing some kind of classes, or maybe does not have time because they have to study a lot. But I would request all the parents that it is very, very important, along with academic skill development, which we, as a new term nowadays, we are coming up. Even CBSE comes up with that skill development. So, why is CBSE telling us that? Why are the national curriculum framework tells us that? It is just because they are also looking in the same direction, that let the child grow into a profession which he or she really likes, where they would love to work with their heart and soul. That which is very, very important, because just getting academic grades is not going to help them all the time. Academic grades may be important, yes, but not all the time. If a child is developing, for example, if we take, there are so many successful people in the different professions who must have not even completed their schooling, and they would have maybe done it later on. But once they have entered into the profession, because of their passion for it, they have given the 100% to their profession, and then slowly, as time permitted them, they've completed their schooling, or maybe their graduation, or whatever. But it is actually important that we allow our kids to grow in the direction which they love to, because it's extremely important. um, I have heard, even again, I'm putting here example from Visamo again and again, because that has given me a big boost up. When I hear the success stories of students from there, it gives me a boost up that a child who did not initially have any kind of exposure, did not have any kind of backup from parents or from their own society, if they could grow in their profession well, they are into successful careers, why not all kids? Where they are so privileged to have backup from their own parents, to have backup of the society, family, and maybe a kind of exposure they needed. So it is extremely important, which has given me a good boost, that yes, my kids can also do this, and I can help my children, my children who are with me, my students who are with me in my school, with whom I'm associated in any other way, also can we do this, if I behave in maturely in that way. If I do not superimpose my aspirations on them, then the kids will grow up in their own aspirations. So uh, here, as a, I would say that the entire itself, it's an entire circle. So entire circle is like, it starts from parents, whom the child believes the most, the school, again the where the parents believe that the child is going to get the best, and the again we come back to the cycle, that the child. So we as parents, as school, have to trust our kids and accept their aspirations, what they want to do and what they are good at and what they would like to do. This would, I would say, that will help us to just bring out the best talent in them. And we as parents or as educators just have to water it, give proper manure to it, and it just like a small baby plant, it will nurture into a lovely plant, a lovely huge, maybe a successful tree, huge tree, or maybe. And at that same time, it's not essential that every aspiration will grow into a successful career. Sometimes we also misinterpret our own likings. So it becomes equally important for us as guardians, as parents, as educators, that we keep on monitoring the aspirations our kids have been sharing with us, and we keep on looking at it, that are our kids able to go in the same correct direction, and then keep on helping them. We can be just be helping them, holding their finger, but we cannot be pushing them towards us or towards anything else with the help of that finger. So we have to be there for our kids. If they are not able to reach to their aspiration, we have to be available to them, to guide them to pick up a new aspiration. I read a quote somewhere that there is no age for dreaming new dreams. So it struck immediately to me that there is no age for dreaming new dreams. Like at certain age, for example, you want to feel that, okay, I've done this for so many years, now I want to do something else. I like this somewhere sometime back, but then I lost it and I want to do it again. So there is no age for it. Just go for it. So that was the thing that gave me an idea. Okay, yes, that's possible. Why not? At any age. So if not only from students, I would say even for elders, nurturing out our talent, yeah, and helping ourselves and others to give our strength, show our strengths in the right direction helps us a lot. It gives peace of mind that yes, I'm doing something I like. It helps us to give the best as well as grow into a successful, maybe a professional in that same career. Sometimes we make a mistake of a liking of a hobby and a professional career. We mix two things. So, as elders, we also have to keep on mentoring our kids that hobby, if you are not passionate enough to take it as a career, it can remain only as hobby, and the child has to select a separate career. But it's nothing wrong in making, if you're passionate enough. For example, I have a hobby of drawing, and I'm very passionate. If I'm very good at drawing, it can always become my career. But if I'm not at it, but yeah, of course, still I'd like to draw. It's okay, because I like to draw. That helps me give out my emotions and work on my emotions through drawing, through the colors and the scribbling of this. It helps me. It can remain as my hobby, but I will have to look for another professional career where I am able to give much more better than this. So when I say that the tapping the talent or nurturing the talent, it means that allowing our students to pick up the things what they like. First, give them an chance to explore new areas, and then after that, allow them to explore, allow them to access, allow them to and have access to those kind of uh, experiences. And once they find that yes, I am able to do this, I have that passion, I am liking it with my heart and soul, then they will be able to grow well in those professional careers, and that will give them immense pleasure even in their life. They will not be dragging it. That's very important. If you are not into a professional career where you are not having a liking or you don't have a strength for it, you drag yourself. And once you have a feeling that you are dragging yourself, then you lose the entire objective of it. So it's extremely important that we nurture the talent in our kids, in our students, in the maybe even elders who are surrounding us, ourselves, in a way that we are able to do things more, we are more passionate about, we have more strengths about it, so that we are able to give our best. And I have always been very very thankful to giving me this great vision through the Visamo, because they have not given me any lectures on this, but it is my observation that has taught me all this, from observing the kind of kids that have passed out, or the kids that have been showing the success rate over there. Observing each case one by one, I realized that this is actually important, and they have been doing a wonderful, wonderful job in this. And I myself as an educator also have a huge role to play for nurturing the talent of the students, of the kids whom I'm associated with. So the lessons which I have taken, I hope, and I'm just sharing with you that I hope it also helps everyone who has been joining us in this live session. And I hope it's useful to everyone that we are here for our kids and to help them grow in their professions. All the best to all the kids around. All the best to Visamo for giving me this beautiful life lesson. And thank you.